Cancer, hi, this is your February 2025 reading and what to expect. In the middle of your spread, you got 10 of Cups. That tells me there's freedom, there's action and change, and you walking away from everything that no longer serves you. There's, an end of a relationship, end of a career, end of a living situation. You're no longer, or it could just be you're no longer choosing to suffer, which is beautiful. You're no longer allowing the past to affect you, and you're being more present. And, any betrayals you may, with the Five of Swords, have experienced, it's just kind of like there's nothing more to be thought or said about it. You're more preparing for what's to come with the Three of Wands in the middle of your spread. It's beautiful. That tells me, Cancer, that you're open, you're receptive, you are receiving the generosity you've always given into all of your endeavors, partnerships. 111, as I said that on the clock. There's this new passion lit from within you. There's this desire, this new venture, a new job even. It's basically you taking action with the Ace of Wands in the future aisle, which is beautiful to see. That shows me that you're creating. You are attracting what you need and want to manifest, and you're trusting in the mystery of life. You're welcoming it. In fact, you're welcoming the mystery and allowing the miracle of existence to emerge from the darkness, to transform you into this new version of you, this new chapter, whatever you want to call it, right? You once you made that decision, you started to become proactive, right? You started to take action, and you chose tranquility over conflict. It brought you success. It brought you ideas. It brought you mystery from the universe. The universe supports us in various ways, right? Not just, it's very subtle in the way the universe sends people, sends messages, sends resources. It's unpredictable. So you kind of let go of all expectations, right? Because now you're realizing, wow, I didn't expect all this, right? I remember when I first was renting a room a few years back, and I realized I was living with an alcoholic, and it wasn't the healthiest environment for me. I dodged a bullet, started looking for another place on my own, and even with not the best, my credit is not stellar at that time also. So I remember I prayed and said, please give me a nice space on the water. And I ended up getting a beautiful apartment across the street from where I was renting. And it was right on the water, but I didn't expect all that, right? So when we have expectations, you're belittling the universe's capacity to give you infinite potential and to show you the mystery, the magic, right? Like, you cannot even fathom the secrets and the power of the universe. You can't. It's not possible. Yes, shamans can teach you many things. Magicians can train you and become strong in your spirit and competent in your endeavors in life. But to describe how a miracle happens, or how how you come to be a powerful magician, is to try to explain the mystery. And it's impossible. So you lose that power when you try to explain it, when you try to describe the mystery. But that was an interesting download. So you're learning to balance your feminine and masculine energy. With the Page of Cups in reverse here, you may feel like, okay, whatever it is that you're going to be starting in February new, you're going to do a launch. Some of you, it could be a website. Some of you, it could be your business starting to finally pick up. It's been slow, right? There's this daydreamy energy that the Page of Cups, Pisces energy, could be a person around you you're interested in, person, admiring you from a distance. Apply the energy to your situation, but there's an inspiration, a sense of dreaminess, inspiration, and like an immaturity and naivete that you're kind of drawn to. And that could be you if this is not an actual person, right? With the Page of Cups in reverse, it could be unhealed, you know, wounds where you could be experiencing envy, like, I want a relationship like that. Why can't I have that? Why can't I have this, you know, blah, 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 right? It comes from negative emotions of fear, right? Like whether it's doubt, lack mindset, you know your situation, you know yourself best, and you can transmute that, right? So let's clarify the Page of Cups. Could have been that some of you were so hurt in love that in the past that it made you closed off, and it made you a little bit resistant to open up your heart again. It could have been, you know, pride and being defensive and kind of like this defense, this wall up that doesn't allow you to, you know, maybe you're afraid to fall in love again, right? So I think in this next chapter for many Cancers that I'm tuning into, I feel you guys are wanting to experience more of your yin energy, which is your feminine energy, which is your intuition, your nurturing side, your creative side, your, you know, like balance the wounded feminine energy, the distorted feminine, into allowing her to step into her divine feminine energy, right? So not playing the victim, working on your insecurities. If you're not sure on how to do something, learn it, right? Like, you want to be more domesticated, but maybe you don't have the time. And this is where I feel like, you know, you're going to be able to attract what it is that you need to start, so that you have more time to work on balancing your yin, right? Book a session with me. We can tune into what your personal blocks are. Because again, this reading, I could be reading for a bunch of Cancers. This may not apply to you. Just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Let's pull a few more tarot cards. I also noticed on the bottom of your deck here, you got the King of Wands in reverse. With the King of Wands in reverse, that tells me that's actually, I like to see the King of Wands in reverse, because it means you're not jumping in impulsively at this time, because as you're waiting for your ships to come in and your expansion to show you for opportunities and slow progress coming in, you're developing your confidence, or wanting to, at least in February, and you're gonna do it. I feel like these things stem from something that happened to some of you at 11 years old, maybe the lack of attention from parents, and some of you 16, 17 years of age, I feel like had some trauma in and around love. Maybe, you know, your first boyfriend hurt you, was a womanizer, and, you know, you're so naive that you thought that this was the person you were going to marry. So, you know, there's stuff there that's going to come up in and around February at this time, or whenever you're hearing this. I think you're going to explore the past and truly release it at this time. And the universe, as you release this, is gonna move you in a different direction as you release, you know, anything that really doesn't allow you to open up in the way you'd like to open up and express yourself fully into the world. Like, you want to show the universe, I am ready. Present yourself at large and say, I'm ready for whatever it is that I'm meant to be doing next. Like, this is something that could be a struggle, right? With the Page of Swords in reverse, let's clarify that, Cancer. Why it's in reverse? It's your intuition. It's your release. Exactly what I was just saying. Is a release that you're being asked to release certain toxic people, patterns, behaviors, and free yourself of any drama. And this is the first step to achieving whatever it is that you want to release, to find your peace with this, of whatever you feel comes up. Cancer, you're a very watery sign, so that's why I feel like in February, you may not rush to do something if there's an offer or there's a trip that you're wanting to take. You may pull back on that. You may question, am I investing in the thing that I need to invest at this time, or should I invest in my passion so I can move forward with my dreams, my ideas. So that way, again, it's gonna allow you to really look at, have you been trusting your gut? Have you been trusting your intuition? Have you been compassionate with yourself and being loving and kind so that you can be authentic to yourself? If there's something inside that you doubt within yourself, that's going to be reflected outside of you, whether it's in a partnership, a friend, you know, something in the world is going to reflect that shadow part of you to have a look at. Because like I said, Page of Cups in the reverse is like, oh, I feel naive, that's irrational, that's a daydream, I don't know how to be creative, I can't find new ideas. Like it could be blocks, you know, because of repressed emotions, and maybe you tried something when you were younger, and you know, it could be broken dreams that you're afraid to go there again. So I think destiny is moving you in a direction that you don't have planned for yourself, and that's how the universe goes. And the Wheel of Fortune here, let's clarify that, and then we'll pull you an advice card. Please clarify the Wheel of Fortune for Cancer. You got structure and foundation. So to me, that is, the universe is going to move you into a new cycle. And it's going to allow you to balance your yin and yang energy. And it's going to show you how to truly build a solid foundation from scratch. And once you allow this in and not resist these changes, Cancer, what happens is you start to trust the universe more. You start to stop pushing and having those tantrums and kind of releasing control. I'm not saying we're gonna just be passive. No, I'm saying, like, you're gonna learn the right way to truly build a foundation from the ground up, right? Whether it's a business, how to build, you know, solid connections and relationships compared to, you know, things in the past that just were one-sided, and they were, you know, it could be a new career path, it could be a new endeavor, a new project. Like, you know, there's a shift with the Four of Wands in the reverse in the past aisle here that shows me you there was some conflict in the homes or in the area or in the office that you were in. Whatever this is, Cancer, it definitely didn't allow you to reinvent yourself, but you're moving out of this. And I like that structure came out, because you're gonna have more harmony in your life in all areas, and it's beautiful. Let's pull you an advice card. I got this new power deck. Let me see. I never keep the boxes, but for some reason I'm guided to keep this. It's the Power Deck, Cards of Wisdom by Lynn Andrews. It's beautiful. I love the art on them. I'm going to take that. It didn't fully jump out, which tells me that's kind of where your energy is at. And then you got the East, right? So East. So look at this beautiful eagle, like you starting to break through. This is, I'm going to read it. Illumination. As darkness comes, the mirrors of your spirit reflect different images. It is the time when the world changes and your being begins to glow. Reflect on the new vision that has been living on the perimeter of your consciousness. An idea is stalking you and awaits your invitation. Beautiful. A place within you to begin life. The totality of your sacred painting of your life. It is then that the masses of inspiration surround you like eagles and cheer you on to illumination. Take responsibility for your work and your life, and illumination will follow. That's beautiful. I'm going to show that one. That's exactly, it just puts the pieces together in the downloads that I channeled through this reading. That just puts such a great spin on it, right? Sorry about the glare. Right, it's very connected to the cosmos and self-explanatory, but I love this card for you. Yellow is a sign. It just clarifies the Three of Wands here. All that yellow is like positive. Things are just going to get better from here, and you're going to expand. You're going to step into your leadership role on a higher level of consciousness, and it's exciting, Cancer.